Welcome back to another video.
Hello.
We're here again. We're cooking
Spaghetti Bolognese tonight.
day 2 of our...
Cook with us.
Okay, let's take a look what we're cooking up. Moving on. Here's all the ingredients then. Do you want to talk us through it, Lisa?
Yep, we've got some of the Asda Just Essentials beef mince with onion. I think I'm only going to use 500 grams of that out of the 650 gram bag. We'll give that a go.
Yeah, it's got the onion in as well, hasn't it? Okay.
Yeah, but we are going to add some extra onion just because we like that. We've got the it's actually the Smart price, but I think that's what is the Just Essentials now. That was the only one that I could find. And we've got the bolognese sauce. I'm going to use the whole jar of that. We've got some Just Essential mushrooms. We're going to wash and chop them and pop them in. And we've got the Just Essentials spaghetti. And looking at the back, that says it recommends 75 grams of dry pasta per person. So we're going to weigh that out and give that a go too.
Right, let's start prepping them. Mushrooms first, is that?
Yep, we'll do them first. There we go. There's our chopped and washed mushrooms. Just going to let them dry whilst I finish chopping the onion before we pop them in the pan.
Have we coarsely chopped them, Lisa?
Yeah, we wanted them to be
texture.
chunky. Yeah, didn't want them to be sliced or too fine. We've kept them chunky.
Get those chunky mushrooms. What are we on to next?
Now we're on to the onion.
Right, let's give that a chop.
We're going to do the same again. We're going to chop this quite chunky as well.
Any tips there in case the cameraman starts crying?
Well, you're supposed to put a spoon in your mouth, aren't you? So I've heard.
I don't know, are you?
Yeah, or
Where
chop
have you
them.
heard that?
I think I've read it somewhere. Or chop them underwater.
What, a silver spoon?
Yeah, like a teaspoon. Yeah, just in case you weren't born with one. Yeah, or you're supposed to chop them underwater. So I've heard. I don't know.
Oh, it smells like a strong onion, this one.
We'll both be crying then. By the time I've done
Be like a remake of watching the Titanic at the end of this. Who needs a 3-hour film when you've got an onion?
Well, it might take 3 hours to get the skin off the onion. At this rate.
We're in.
We're on. Okay, so we're just going to do the same again. We'll cut it chunky. Measure out the mince.
Yeah, what do we want? 500 grams?
500 grams. So we'll pop the pan on the scales.
Yep.
Turn it on. Right, 1 millilitre, so we'll turn it to grams.
And that's tared it for the weight of the saucepan?
Yeah, that has now. Slice off the top, okay. So we've got to, this obviously taken into account, it's got onion in as well, so that's going to be in our weight, isn't it? But I can't imagine the onion weighs that much, to be honest.
What is it, that special lightweight onion?
Yeah. So what, we're having 500 grams.
Yep.
Nearly got the whole bag in then. The cooking instructions for the mince said we have to cook it from frozen. So we're going to place the mince into the cold frying pan, distribute it evenly, and we're going to allow it to cook, stirring only occasionally. And then once all the meat has changed colour, then I think we'll add in the onions and mushrooms.
Now are we putting any oil in this then, or not?
No, because
oil?
it'll create its own fat.
Oh. Is that a tip for everybody then, no
Yeah,
oil?
I won't put extra oil in, because mince can be quite fatty anyway.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Pop the pan on. We'll give it a bit of a stir initially, make sure it's evened out like it said, and then we'll just leave that. We'll be back shortly. It's been cooking now for a couple of minutes, so we're just going to give it a gentle stir, and as we can see, the mince underneath is starting to change colour, and it's starting to turn to more of a brown colour, which is what we're expecting to see. So we're just going to give it a stir just to distribute it round, so the bits that was at the top that aren't cooking yet can be at the bottom. And I think when we're about halfway through, I think I'm going to put in the mushrooms and onions. For those of you that watched my Asda shopping haul the other day after I'd been to Asda, this is day 2 of us cooking. We did the chicken curry yesterday, and today we're doing the spaghetti bolognese. There will be a link below in the description if you want to check out for the shopping haul and if you want to check out for the chicken curry video. And then in the rest of the week, there'll be the other videos from the meals that we had planned. So the reason I didn't add any oil to the pan when you asked is because look at all the fat that it's already generating. Once it starts cooking, it generates its own fat.
Oh, there's quite a lot in there,
Yeah,
isn't
so
there?
that's why we didn't add any more to start with.
Are we going to drain that off then?
Yeah, we're going to drain all that off before we add the sauce. I think we're about ready to add the mushrooms and onions, don't you?
Yeah, let's get them
start
in the pan.
cooking. Right then. So we'll go for the mushrooms first. Get them in. And we'll just give it a gentle stir round. Mix it all up. Looks quite a lot now, doesn't it?
Yeah,
now we've added that
actually.
actually. Yeah. It's bulked it out quite nicely, hasn't it?
That jar is designed to serve 4. We'll bring you back when we're ready to put the sauce on.
The mince is now cooked and the onions and mushrooms have softened up. So now I'm going to drain the mince out of this pan and we're going to put it into a fresh pan to remove all of the excess oil, and then we're going to bring you back when we're ready to add the sauce on top.
Should we just show them how much oil's come
Yep.
out of that?
There's absolutely loads, look. So we're going to drain all of this meat out now, and in this pan I'll be left with all the oil, and we're going to pop it into this fresh pan that I've got next to it. So we've transferred all of our mixture, all of our ingredients so far, into a fresh pan. And now what we're going to do is we're going to open the bolognese sauce and we're going to pop in the whole jar. Now we're just going to stir all that up. Then we're just going to leave this now to simmer, just to warm up the sauce and to continue cooking the onions and the mushrooms. And while that's happening, we're going to prepare our spaghetti and we're going to cook that at the same time. Just got that on a low heat now, just to simmer.
Okay, so we're cooking this spaghetti for 4 people.
Yep.
Tonight for this meal. So how much of this spaghetti do we need?
It was 75, it recommended 75 grams of dry pasta per person.
Okay, so it's 300 grams then.
Yep. It's easy to work out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, look at that, perfect.
Straight on. Look at that, you need to buy a lottery ticket tonight.
Yeah. I think we're going to need some more, but we'll pop that on to boil.
So what are we doing now, Lisa?
So we're adding some more water to make sure all our pasta's covered, because we want it all to cook. So we're going to pop in plenty, cover it all up, then we're just going to give it a stir to make sure our pasta's not clumping together at the bottom.
Clumping together?
Yeah, last thing you want is on your pasta.
Clumpy pasta.
Yeah, you don't want clumpy pasta.
Clumpy
you don't want it all
pasta.
stuck together, so we need to just wiggle it about, look, because otherwise you end up with great clumps and then it doesn't cook properly.
Isn't this where the artisans put in a drop of olive oil?
Maybe.
Are you not an artisan then, I presume? Is that
Best we've got is that.
No. You're not an artisan, that's why you break your pasta in half.
That's it, yeah. That's
Okay,
it.
what do we think, what's the cooking time going to be on this then?
It says on the packet about 10 to 12 minutes, so it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, we want all our pasta to cook individually and not be all
clump.
stuck. Yeah, I don't want clumpy pasta.
There's no clumpy pasta on What'em Orchard?
No, not today. And then we're just going to keep stirring this. Keep giving it a stir, making sure it's cooking nice and evenly.
And that's so it doesn't bond to the bottom of the pan.
Yeah, we don't want it all burnt to the bottom. But it's doing all right. It's only on a light heat because the mince, onion and mushrooms was already cooked, so it's just a case now of cooking all the sauce and making sure it's all nice and warm. And that's it really. Pasta's boiling nicely. We'll keep stirring it.
So shall we bring people back when this
all
is
done.
ready?
Yeah.
See you in a bit. 12 minutes later, we're back.
And we're all cooked.
Is there any clumpy pasta there, Lisa?
No clumpy pasta in my pan today. we're cooking on gas nicely.
Okay, how do we know that this pasta's cooked then?
I'm going to taste it. I've no tricks for that other than to pinch a piece and just taste it. That's fine. Perfectly cooked and not clumpy. So we'll get it drained off. We'll turn off. This is our mince. We've been stirring it continuously. You can see a bit of grease on top, but you'd expect that with any mince really, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But other than that, that's been doing fine. So we're going to get the sieve and we're going to drain off the spaghetti. And that looks really nice.
You know what time it is now? It's time for the taste test. Let's try some of this and see what it tastes like.
It looks quite nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you twizzle.
Yeah,
I chop mine.
But I'm not twizzling very good on camera. That's got to be the worst twizzle ever.
The longest. I helped you out. I cut the spaghetti off.
Yeah. It's not clumpy.
It's not clumpy.
Spaghetti's cooked nice. I think that spaghetti's really nice.
It's absolutely fine.
I think it says it's as good as a brand such as the Napolina.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't
it
it?
is. Yeah, and we normally buy the Asda's, the Asda brand, Asda's own, not this one, just the Asda one. We've been buying that one, and it's absolutely fine. Yeah.
And how much was this for a packet?
Oh, was it 28 pence?
Yeah, it's on. We're
Balancing the tripod on it.
balancing the tripod on it.
I think it's.
If only you could see behind the scenes, everything's held together with sticky tape.
Yeah, I think it was 28 pence for the packet. But no, that's absolutely fine. You can't
What do
go
you think
wrong.
to the mince and sauce?
It's all right. It's quite bland. It's quite bland in taste.
I'd probably add some pepper to that, some black pepper, and I
Tomatoes.
don't know whether, yeah,
A tin of tomatoes.
if
or
you was to
something.
cook it again, a tin of tomatoes,
Yeah.
and probably a garlic clove,
Yeah.
just to add a bit more.
It's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice as it is, but it is quite bland tasting.
I'm pleased we added the onions and the
mushrooms.
mushrooms to this.
Yeah. It has bulked it out quite a lot, hasn't it, for a small extra cost.
Perfectly fine. It's a
It's
lovely
absolutely
warm
fine.
meal.
Yeah.
It is a lovely warm meal.
We'll work out as well how much it was per portion and add that on.
Yeah, we'll put that on the screen like we did in the previous video. If you wanted to see the previous video, we're going to stick a link in the description to that one as well, so you can see the curry that we made.
Yeah. Because that came out really cheap, didn't it? So yeah, we'll work out the costing for this one, but I don't think this one will be very expensive either. But no, it'll make a good meal.
Yeah, it will. I think it's
absolutely fine. Yeah.
absolutely fine, perfectly passable as it is now. I'd have this again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd have it again. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much for watching this one.
Hope
we'll
you
be
enjoyed
back
it.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hope
we
you
hope
enjoyed it.
you enjoyed it. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the format. If you've made this meal, why not let us know in the comments if you've got any tips and suggestions on how
Yeah,
to
let us
improve
know.
the recipe.
Yeah,
let us know. We try to respond to every comment. We look forward to seeing you in the next
We'll
video.
see you tomorrow.
Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.